Shri Jyotirajayo Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukasharupayo Swamine Tapaharine Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We salute Swami Vivekananda, the king among the ascetics and renunciates, and is the major representative of the gods, remover of the sufferings of humanity and lover of all humanity, the embodiment of Satchidananda Brahman. We salute him again and again. We are very blessed, we are very fortunate to have Swami Divyanandaji amongst us today. Already some of you may have seen him in Trabuco and also Santa Barbara, and here he is with us today. Swami is very much dear to many of us and very respected by all the sadhus of our tradition, of our order. He is the trustee of the whole Ramakrishna order, Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission in India. And he is the vice president, which is president is like our pope. Vice president will be the next in our tradition. So we are very blessed in that sense to have him with us. The Swami, I need not have to talk all these things, only just to refer a few points. That the Swami was blessed by the spiritual initiation by Swami Bireshwaranandaji in 1971, and he joined the order in 1972. He received his monastic vows in 1982. And he was the vice principal first in our Vidyamandir College, a degree college in Belur Math, and as principal of the Vivekananda Centenary College, Rohda, in the very troublesome period of life when all this Nakshal movement and it's a very crying situation, and how he handled, I do not know. For next 2 decades, Swami served Secretary of Ramakrishna Mission, Agartala, and Vivekananda Vidyamandir in Malda. And his major work was the motivating, and while staying in Malda, he dedicated himself to motivating jail inmates in West Bengal to reintegrate into mainstream society. That was the pioneering work of the Ramakrishna movement, Ramakrishna Mission, and he took the lead into that, and quite a good success. Even India government wanted that is every jail, if Ramakrishna Mission sadhus can be sent like that for transformation. And actually it created the transformation, and they didn't go back to jail again. So they understood their change in life. So that was one of the greatest, I think, service he has contributed to this order. And he was now appointed as Sarodapit, where I was also there, I joined there, and he was the secretary there for some time, and he conducted Oriental courses at the University of Calcutta and Bardwan. So we are very happy to have him here today, and his topic will be today, Swami Vivekananda, friend of all. Swami Vivekananda, the friend of all. This is a part of our 125th year of Swami Vivekananda's putting his feet in Los Angeles. So we are year-long doing some programs, and it is a very special addition that Swami is here for this occasion. Thank you. Okay, sir.
You put it down. No, I have one pocket. Om Paratatve Sadalino Ramakrishna Samagaya Yo Dharma Sthapanarato Vire Sanktam Namamyaham. Pranams to Swami Divyanandaji Maharaj, and best wishes, namaskar to all other sadhus and brahmacharis, Matajis, and dearest devotees of this society, Vedanta Society of Southern California, which was established in 1930. So 94 years have passed, and this society is working to spread the message of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, and Holy Mother Sharada Devi. Actually, their life is nothing but demonstration of Vedanta. Whenever we take accounts of Vedanta or we talk of Vedanta, we see Vedanta was practically demonstrated in these lives of Thakur Ma, Swamiji, and their disciples. Still now the disciples, some disciples of us, they practice Vedanta in their daily life, for which God incarnates as Avatara. Anyhow, Swamiji was an instrument of Sri Ramakrishna. Swamiji was invited from Saptarshi Loka by Sri Ramakrishna, and when he appeared before him at the age of 18 years only in 1881, Sri Ramakrishna was as if waiting for him, and he asked a question, "Why have you delayed in coming here?" Actually, his age was only 18. At that time he came. So Sri Ramakrishna was eagerly waiting for him because he has brought him to carry his message to the world. And Swamiji did it really after the age of 30. When he came here, he was only 30 years old, 1893. And he lived only for, say, 39 years, few months, 6 months. So before 40, he reached 40, he passed away. But he was always a great teacher of the humanity. We say about Guru, Guru or teachers are friend, philosopher, and guide. Swamiji was a friend of all. During his initial days, means first decade of his own life, when he was too young, he used to play. He used to do so many funny things with the neighborhood boys and friends. They became his close friends, whom he again met after coming from abroad in India, and he behaved like friend only. One playmate, Matilal Bose, was the co-owner or partner of Professor Bose's circus, Great Bengal Circus at Lahore. Swami Vivekananda met him, and after he saw so many people are paying respect to him, great people. So he asked, "Naren, how should I address you? Naren or Swamiji?" Swamiji told, "Have you gone mad? I am your Naren and you are my Moti. So call as this." All the friends whom he met afterwards, they saw no change in him. He went abroad, he came back with a great reputation, respect. So many people are around him. Some of his friends thought that I will speak to Naren Swamiji alone, but he was not finding him. Then on one day, Swamiji was walking in the garden. Then he saw Swami Vivekananda and wanted to talk. And within few minutes, a messenger came with message that few people are waiting for Swamiji. Swamiji felt disturbed and told, "Please inform them, I will be going afterwards. Let me talk to my friend." Upen Babu writes like this: So in this way, Swamiji was friend to the coachman of the horse car of their house. Swamiji used to talk with him as a friend only, as a closest relative. And once Swamiji was asked, what is your aim in life? He told, I want to be a coachman. Actually, he wanted to lead everybody, to make everybody going to a distant place. So in this way, Swamiji wanted to be a coachman, seeing him and running the horse very fast and doing this job. Swamiji was attracted to this fellow also. And he used to talk with them about their problems of life. He was friend of king afterwards, and he was friend of beggars also. Now, in his friendship, there was no difference, because he himself said and practiced this. Each soul is potentially divine. So he did not differentiate between rich and poor, between weak and strong, between black and white, between male and female. Everybody was his own. Actually, a spirit loves another spirit. There is no difference. He did not feel about the body. He was the spirit, and he looked at others as spirit only. Once upon a time, he was meeting some women devotees who were very close to him. Then he asked, if you look at me as a human being, as body only, you will become a green frog. Don't do that. Really, we should not look at anybody as made of flesh and blood or bone, etc. We should see the spirit, the Atman in them. This is the message of Vedanta. In Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which is Yajnavalkya Maitri conversation, there Yajnavalkya says that a husband loves his wife because of Atman's presence in her. Similarly, the wife loves or feels dearest of his husband because the Atman is in him. Really, anything, anybody we love, in that person, Atman is present. So Swamiji's friendship never died. Real friendship is this, some relationship which never die. Friendship never die. It is said that in festivities, in adversity, in, say, distress, in famine, in king's court, everywhere, who accompanies us in the graveyard, who accompanies us is a real friend. So it is said a friend indeed, really, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So I was telling that friends in the childhood, he was friend of a group of boys of similar age. One day the boys told Naren, we want to see the worship, Serapis in Calcutta. Then Swamiji told, yes, let us go. I will get permission from the higher authorities. He was going. Then he was obstructed at the gate by a Hindustani, Hindi-speaking guard with a great big moustache. He did not allow. You are young boys. You will not be allowed. Swamiji cannot be defeated anywhere. Swamiji knew not this word defeat. So Swamiji started moving around the building. And behind the building, he found a spiral steps. And he went above and found out the officer, the Sahib of that place, who was authorized to give permission. He anyhow went in front of him, and with Hindi, English, Bengali, mixed language, he made him understand what he wants. Then he asked, how many boys are there? Then Swamiji narrated about the number of boys. Then immediately he gave permission. Then Swamiji had no fear. Swamiji came to the straight line, straight gate, where that Darwan was there. अरे लड़का तुम कैसे गया था, मैं तो तुमको जाने नहीं दिया. How did you go up and get permission? I did not allow you. Then Swamiji told, मैं जादू जानता है. I know magic. So through magic I went. So he applied magic for the happiness of his friends. He was always like that. One day he was coming after seeing it's Utsav, Mela, Ras Mela or something. Then Swamiji saw a friend or a boy. He was going to be run over by a car. Then Swamiji's body was very fit always. He jumped into the road, lifted the boy to the other side and saved the boy. And he narrated this to his mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi. Bhuvaneshwari Devi, yes, this should be done. You have done the correct thing. Really, a friend in need is a friend indeed. This boy will never forget Vivekananda or Narendranath, that he is my friend only. For that, he saved my life. So this was Vivekananda's friendship. He was always a great friend of everybody. When Swamiji went abroad, before that he was a mendicant, wandering monk. Once he went to Gujarat, at Alwar. He went to a very old lady, poor lady, who lost his own son, Lala. He seeing Swamiji very young, she thought that my Lala has come, returned. And Swamiji talked to her. That lady fed him with nice, means according to that place, poor man, chapatis, which Swamiji did not forget. When he returned from abroad, then he saw that lady and went to her in spite of invitation from rich people. And he went to her and told, Mother, you give me that type of chapatis again. Swamiji took chapati and gave some money to the owner of that house where she was living at that time. Similarly, he saw another man, Ram Snehi. So many rich people were standing, and at a distance he saw Ram Snehi. He told Ram Snehi, come. They were astonished how this fellow who owned the Westerners and who was the best speaker of Parliament of Religion, Chicago, how he knows this person. Actually, Swamiji's friendship, I told, they were friend of him at the time of hunger, at the time of thirst. We know a similar Muslim fakir near Almora in a graveyard. He was a caretaker. I went to that place to see. His granddaughter came to us and told, here, my grandpa has seen or met Swami Vivekananda, which was a great event. Swamiji was terribly hungry. He was about to die. The fakir came and saw his pulse. Pulse was very few, so very low. Then he thought that I also become sometimes hungry. At that time my pulse rate is also less. So let me bring some cucumber which was in the graveyard. He brought it and told, take it. Swamiji told, you please feed me. I cannot raise my hand. Then he was hesitating, but Swamiji forced him. Swamiji knew he is my friend. He is my lifesaver. Afterwards, he used to say, when he was hungry, then he was driven out from the doors of rich persons of Almora. But when he came back from USA or England, from abroad, then they felicitated him nicely. They arranged a big meeting at Almora Bazaar market area. Then Swamiji saw from a distance that poor fellow, who could not recognize him, of course, because at that time Swamiji was of another figure, another poor man, like beggar-like, and today he is like a king. Swamiji called him to the stage and introduced him to the rich persons of that Almora area and told, you see, when I was hungry, when I was about to die, then this person saved my life. Swamiji told, you are my brother, you are my friend, you give it to me. Swamiji took in his hand. That person gave. But Swamiji, after 10 years, he did not forget this fellow. This is the greatness of Swamiji, being the friend, becoming the friend of all in this way. Whoever met him cannot forget him because he was always friendly, brotherly. Afterwards, when he met Sri Ramakrishna, and after that when he came back, he formed the group of young boys. It started from Kashipur, Shampukur also. And at that time, we say it is a school of the master, Sri Ramakrishna. There, the batchmate or the brother disciples were his closest friend. And these friends also, at any request of Vivekananda, they considered it as order. Whatever Swamiji said, they carried out. They did. One day, we know near Almora, Swamiji told, for me, can you steal? Then they wanted to know what should we steal. Then Swamiji told, can you bring some fruits from that garden? One of the brother went and started talking with the gardener, and others brought some fruit from the garden for Swamiji. So Swamiji got those fruits. Swamiji knew that his brothers or friends of Ramakrishna school can do anything and everything for him. We know in the year 98, Swami Vivekananda at that time came already from Almora to Colombo to Almora. On the way he went to South India. He assured South Indian brothers that I will send one of my brother who is very ritualistic, who knows Puja, another thing. So I will send him. At that time, Ramakrishna was taking care of Mott's shrine, and he was very sincere. He loved Thakur very much. He was ritualistic. He was the lover of the motherland, India. But still, when Swamiji requested, will you go to Madras, to Chennai, to show life, monastic life, and to preach the message of Thakur, then without any question, Shashi agreed, and he lived till death almost. Before death, he had terrible tuberculosis, and he was brought to Calcutta. He was treated there, and he expired. But for long 13 years, he served people of those places, and he established many centers. Chennai, Bengaluru, and other centers were started at the instance of our Shashi Maharaj, Ramakrishna-Ji. Swamiji gave him the name of Ramakrishna-Nanda, which he liked to take, because Shashi had great love for Ramakrishna. So his disciples, his brother disciples, everybody, all were friends of Swami Vivekananda. Always. They were great friends. Swamiji was friend to the Western devotees also. We know that when Swamiji's bedroom was made and Swamiji was no more, then Jojo used to enter the room with shoes. When asked, she told that Swamiji is my friend only. I look at him as my friend. He is the best friend. Really, whatever Swamiji liked, Jojo did. Afterwards, when our sister Nivedita came, sister and Jojo helped Jamshedji Nasarbhanji Tata to start Tata Company industry, which Swamiji advised him because he was in the same ship when Swamiji was coming to this west. So Swamiji's wish he wanted to fulfill. Even our Vidya Mandir, Sharada Pit, was started with Vidya Mandir only. For Vidya Mandir, Jojo gave 10,000 rupees, Indian rupees at that time. For which Tathagatanandaji, when I came here at New York Center of Tathagatanandaji, I met, he told, brother, please make a nice photograph of Jojo, the friend of Swamiji, and keep it in an important place. I will give cost of that. So I immediately phoned our principal, Swami, I was vice principal of Vidya Mandir. He told, no, we do not want money from Tathagatanandaji. We ourselves will keep still now. That photograph is there. Jojo did so many things for her friend Swami Vivekananda. She did many things which cannot be told. Jojo's life, now separately printed form, it is available. If you see what type of friendship was in Jojo, Miss MacLeod. Really, he used to cook for Western devotees. One day he told, I will cook. Though his cooking was difficult to swallow, he used to give so much hot spices. But since he is cooking, everybody took, but tears like water was coming from the eyes. But they took. And Swamiji, sometimes some books have been printed in India that it appears that Swamiji took so many food. But there are many instances, Swamiji cooked for others, cooked for his disciples. And he used to serve them. And ultimately, he never kept any food for him. It was recorded that in many times he cooked nice dishes, but he served as they wanted. Everybody wanted to take Swamiji's cooking, so all was finished. Once one brahmachari was physically weak. Swamiji used to call him and feed him separately so that he gets nutrition. Swamiji's heart was very great. It is said intellect was like Shankara, the heart was like compassionate Buddha, his love was like Sri Chaitanya, his oratory was like St. Paul. Actually, all the good things combined in Swamiji. And for that, Swamiji could become friend of all, irrespective of religion, caste, creed, and anything. He was the friend of all. So we see Belur Math was being constructed. At that time, Santal tribal people were working. They were working under the supervision of Swami Advaitananda, who was called Budo Baba, old monk. Swamiji wanted to talk to them personally as a friend. Whenever Swamiji used to go and start talking, they also knew nothing and they forget their work. Then they become alert also. That Swamiji, don't talk to us, come and talk to us. Otherwise that old monk will scold us. Swamiji told, no, you please talk to me. Swamiji liked to talk to poor people, because poor people, sometimes we say, they are loved by God also. Who are poor, who have nothing, God loves them. Swamiji realized this. So Swami, and another thing, who have nobody to talk, Swamiji's like personality, they like to talk to them. As Girish Chandra Ghosh used to say, that people used to hate me. They did not give me seat to sit. But Sri Ramakrishna never hated me. He keeps seat for me. He brings food for me. He used to give me drinking water and check whether it is cool or not. In this way, Swami Vivekananda one day arranged for nice food for them. But they told, they had superstition that we cannot take salt from you. Means food with salt. If we take, then we will be outcasted. So Swamiji made vegetarian nice food, puri, then dal, then sweets, payasam, and then he used to, these Santal people, poor people told, Swami Bap, eto sundar khabar kothay peli? Oh my dear Swamiji, how you could collect such a delicious food for us? Nobody gave them such food. Swamiji knew that they are my friend also. Swamiji said, all these friends, if they stop working, you cannot live in the society. If lower caste people do not work one day, single day, sweepers, cobblers, or rickshaw pullers, cart drivers, there. So we cannot live for a day. There is a nice story, you know, it is an experiment of an anthropologist in South Africa. He conducted among black children. And the black children were brought together, and there was a white mark on one side of a field, and they were shown a big basket of sweets at a very distant place, 100 meters, and told they were 7-8 years old only. The anthropologist said, when I say ready, steady, go, then run. Whoever reaches first will get the whole basket of sweet. What happened? They alone never went. They did not go. They catch hold of each other's hand, made a chain of human being like, and then they ran to the spot. And they surrounded the big basket and started taking sweets, dancing, merrymaking, like campfire. And when they were asked, why did you not obey me? Then they uttered a word, Ubuntu, U-B-U-N-T-U. What does Ubuntu mean? Ubuntu means how one can be happy when others are sad. I am because we are. I cannot be if we are not there, if they are not there. So this is the actually message of Swamiji also. This is the message of practical Vedanta. I am because we are. And how one can be happy when others are sad. Swamiji, throughout his life, he loved everybody, whoever were in distress. One day, Swamiji was traveling on a road of Darjeeling. He found a lady, Bhutani lady, hails from Bhutan. She was carrying a big load of warm cloth, winter cloth, on the back. And she was walking with that load. And at that time, she did not find something, and so she stumbled and fell down. She had injury or pain in the back area. She cried. Then Swamiji also cried like her. And the brahmachari or sevak asked, where do you get pain, feel pain? He told, you see, that lady is having pain. Same area I am feeling pain in my body. This is actually an example of proper friendship. When a friend is in distress, I will also feel distress. When a friend will have some pain, I will also feel some pain. Swamiji one day was sleeping. Actually, he could not sleep well, thinking of others' difficulties. One day, Divyananda Maharaj saw Swamiji was very restless at night. When asked, Swamiji told, thousands of people are suffering. They are dying. I hear they are crying. They cry for security, for safety, for rescue. They thought, the brother disciple thought, Swamiji has gone mad. No, Swamiji had not gone mad. Swamiji actually felt that there was an earthquake, an eruption of a dead volcano. People were dying due to that. And Swamiji felt their suffering in his heart, which he experienced. He knew from life of Sri Ramakrishna also. Sri Ramakrishna also used to feel like this. This is Vedanta, and this is friendship also. Swamiji had universal friendship. Friendship with the people of the whole universe, even the other animals. Swamiji felt their pains also. So in the morning it was known that there was that earthquake and eruption of dead volcano near Fiji. So this is another sign of great friendship. Not only one or two, or say brother disciples, or batchmate, classmate, those who are unknown, those who cannot see, for them also Swamiji had great feeling. This is actually the greatness of the friendship of Swami Vivekananda. Swamiji was always like that. There is a nice incident, all of you know, still I repeat it. There was a friend, Haridas Chattopadhyay, of the same class. Final examination, they had to appear, but Haridas could not clear his college dues. The person, Rajkumar Babu, was an old clerk, he had authority to waive the fees. Otherwise, Naren thought that otherwise Haridas cannot sit or will not be eligible to appear at the final exam. He was thinking how to solve this problem. Then his brain worked. Immediately in the evening, he went to a place and caught Rajkumar Babu red-handed. Rajkumar Babu was going to a place to smoke opium. Then he caught him red-handed and told, if you do not waive the fees of Haridas, my friend, I will disclose this to everybody of the college. Then previously Rajkumar told, oil your own machine. Now he told, yes, you tell your friend that I will waive this and he will be appearing at the exam. So he went running to Haridas and told, Haridas, don't worry, I have solved your problem. You will be eligible for the exam. So he did like this. For Swamiji, one can kill oneself for Swamiji, as his disciples did. Similarly, Swamiji can do anything and everything for his friends. If we consider him as our friend only, then really he will guide us in all aspects. He will be always with us. Real friend cannot leave us. That Chanakya's slok is there. Utsave Vyasane Chaiva Durvikshe Rashtra Viplave Rajadware Smasane Cha Jatishtati Sa Bandhava. This is, I have already told, in festivities, in adversities, in famine, in revolt of the nation, in king's court, and in the graveyard. One who always accompanies is a true friend. There was a great friend of Swamiji in New York. His name was nice. Let me read his name first. His name is Constance Tony of New York. He writes in his memoirs what type of friendship it was with Swami Vivekananda. He writes, ours was a great friendship, and I fancy the only one that remains unpublished. Actual friendship or actual love sometimes remains unpublished, unknown. So it was purely of the spirit, absolutely apart from material loves and hates. He spoke always of when and what and where our souls would be ultimately, where in that other realm. He never spoke of me to anyone, nor mentioned my name. It was a friendship of spirit. So this person in his memoirs wrote like this: ours is a friendship of the spirit. Swamiji was a spirit, I was a spirit. It was the love or friendship between two spirits only, not of two bodies, of spirits. Really, we cannot imagine this, but whom Swamiji met and had friendship, they felt like this only, that Swamiji was not an ordinary man. He was a great, great divine man. So he can love, he can establish permanent friendship with us. Nobody which no ordinary man can do. They will tell, I am your friend, you love me. After a few days you will see he is not your friend actually. He left you forever. Really, it happens. But a great friend cannot leave you. Real friend cannot leave you. He or she will be up to the graveyard, accompany you. Swamiji was like that. So we all feel that if we make Swami Vivekananda or think Swami Vivekananda as our friend, as Jojo did, really we will be at peace only. This is the goal of human life, to have a friendship with God, friendship with the Son of God, with the disciple of God. It is this type of friendship lasts for long, from birth to death. From say young age, Motilal had this experience. Upendra Babu had that experience. When Upendra Babu met Swamiji, Swamiji stretched his hands and embraced him after coming from the West, which Upen Babu could not imagine. Many brothers, many friends realized that there is no change of Swami Vivekananda. After coming from abroad, he was as he was earlier. This is actually real friendship. Friends do not forget them. They are real friends of childhood. Really, in childhood, in school days, in college days, we love very much each other, our friends. That friendship is again remembered at the old age when we meet them. So this friendship again comes to our mind. And so in this way friendship continues. We cannot forget each other whom we loved at the young age. Really, this type of friendship is wanted. Nowadays, we do not find such friendship, but these people come to the world to teach us this type of love and friendship so that we can have real peace, steadiness of mind. Swami Vivekananda was like that. Sri Ramakrishna was like that. To the then ladies, mother was like that. Mother was friend of all. Similarly, Swamiji was friend of all. Swamiji had some animals, dog, then goat, then other things with him at the last time. And Swamiji loved those fellows also very much. They were like friends. And Swamiji, Swamiji was a great friend because his life showed that when almost he was dying, the day 4th July 1902, he taught Sanskrit grammar to the brothers, brahmacharis. And he discussed about sadhu life, many things on that day also. When he was sick, his visitors were restricted. Then Swamiji scolded who were restricting, that have you not seen Sri Ramakrishna in his last time? He also served humanity. Whoever came for as aspirant, he attended them and he solved their problems. So please allow everybody to come to me. Swamiji was such a great friend of mankind. So we offer our pranam at this time, and we pray to him so that we can have friendship, real friendship with him. I told, and it is printed, that in 1930 this center was started, and Swamiji came earlier, 125 years back. So he had friendship with people of this place also. Now nobody is there who witnessed Swamiji, who saw Swamiji, but Swamiji's love was there for people of Hollywood. Still now, Swamiji is the friend of this center, because from morning till evening, as per fixed routine, all the functions are going on, all the activities are going on. As it is printed in the monthly bulletin, many programs are going on. So Swamiji is still present. Let me conclude with a story, life story, which Priyalal Maharaj Satyagananandaji, disciple of Akhandanandaji, told me. He was sometime manager of Belur Math, helping Bharat Maharaj. Then he told me, dear brother, there was a young monk as a guest where Swamiji's temple is there. Opposite to that, there is Premananda Memorial, a small building. There he was accommodated. At night he woke up and found a Swami with a big stick walking on the road in front of that Premananda building. And he is moving from north to south, south to north. Many minutes were over, hour was over, I saw this monk. Then in the morning I asked the then manager Maharaj, who is this sannyasi who is acting as a guard of Belur Math? Then he told, you are fortunate, you have seen Swami Vivekananda. Really, Swami Vivekananda is a friend of us and he is guarding us. Similarly, I read one book, a diary of one gentleman, devotee, who was disciple of Mahapurush Maharaj. He met Swami Kailasananda Maharaj, who was disciple of Mahapurush Maharaj. One day, Kailasanandaji was asked by a devotee, he was then head of Madras Math or some center, that how many workers do you have in the ashram? He immediately told, only one worker, that is Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna is the only worker of my ashrama. Really, Migendranath Mukhopadhyay Badal Babu of Howrah Ramakrishna Vivekananda Ashram, his diary has been printed by Shankari Prasad Basu, a great writer, author of Swami Vivekananda and Contemporary History. So, there I found recently that Sri Ramakrishna is the only worker. Actually, Sri Ramakrishna is also a great friend of us and he is working for us. He is serving for us. We are his instrument. Like this, Swamiji is our friend. Swamiji worked during his time, Thakur worked till his last breath and as a great friend. So they are still working. Only we have to make friendship with them. With this I conclude. I offer my respect to all of you. Pranam to seniors. And I pray to Holy Mother, Thakur and Swamiji to bless us all. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishnaarpanamastu.
Thank you, Swami, for giving us the idea of Swami Vivekananda as a friend of all of us. And it's based on the foundation of Advaita Vedanta. Now, we'll, today, because it's the heat outside, so we will not make any break now. We'll go for question answer. And when the question answer is over, around an hour time is there, because what he talked about, friend of all, and he also followed the path of becoming a friend of the people who are in need, in destitute condition, in jail, in other reform areas. So what he did, you may be interested, or you have any other question, we can ask that question. Now, little brief few words. We don't want you to be in hot sun outside. So we have no tea break today. some water, you can get it whenever you like. And after that, question answer will be over, and then we'll make it go to the White House and line 10 people. So least time in the sun, and then you go after that, take your plate and eat. There is a living room, greenhouse living room. There is a monastery living room, or even in our campus inside the monastery there are some chairs. So make your seat there wherever you are comfortable, and don't be in the sun because we don't want to have sunstroke or anything. So this is the one point, and this now is the time to question Swamiji. What you have any question, or do you want to know what he did and how he is working still now, about his activity, etc. Thank you for coming. This too hot weather today, but still. Yeah. Thank you, Swami.
Yes.
No.
Howdy.
For questions, raise your hand and one of us will come to you with a microphone.
When working with people who were imprisoned, how did you begin to treat with them? Was it on an emotional level? Did you speak of spirituality first or after?
Very good. This is a good question. How did I start for prisoners' work? Actually, when I joined the order, I read Holy Mother's life. There, many times, a person named Amjad, he used to come to Holy Mother. Once Holy Mother found him not coming for few days, for some days. Then he came suddenly, and Mother asked, "Why are you delayed? You did not meet me early." Then he told, "Ma, I had stolen cows from somebody's house. For that I was put to jail. And today itself, in the morning, I was released from jail. And I washed myself and come to you to salute you." Other days also, he used to come to Ma Sarada Devi when Mother used to feed him and wash his plates also. Even the place where he took food, that place also, Mother cleaned by her own hand. And Mother used to say afterwards that Amjad is my son as Sarat or Saradananda is. So I was attracted to see the prison and prisoners, where I stayed in, actually, my pre-monastic life. Near my schools, high school, there was the district prison. And I used to see a big wall in the prison. I used to think, why such a big wall is needed, required? And beyond this wall, who live and how they live there, I had some desire to see those things. When I joined the order, I became a sannyasin. I was posted to Malda. Time was ripe, and I found there is a vacancy of literacy teacher who can teach them 3 hours, reading, writing, mathematics, like that. So that illiterate prisoner who come to the prison, before they are going home, they should know how to read a book, how to read a newspaper, and in this way to learn small mathematics calculation, so that during their rehabilitation they can use this knowledge. So the teacher was not there. Teacher became a clerk for higher scale of money, salary. So we entered the jail with our senior devotees. We started working for them, and we did all sorts of work. After literacy, we gave them vocational training so that they can earn their livelihood when they go out. They will not again do pickpocketing or other dacoity or some other thing, so that they will not repeat their bad practice again. They will join the mainstream of life as other people are doing. And after that, we gave them gardening training, fishery training, everything. And then computer training also. Along with that, we established very good library where Ramakrishna Vivekananda Vedanta literature is available. Not only Hindu literature, Hindu religion, religious books are there in our libraries there inside the jail. Bible, Quran, Lord Buddha's life and teachings, all other religious books are also kept, because among the prisoners in India, there are people of different sect, different religion. So this was done. And then few of them, as in our society, wanted initiation from our Sangha gurus. We arranged for that. They had to apply to their authority. They gave permission, and they came by police van with police escort. Police will be outside observing them so that they will not go away. So, but they inside the hall, they will take initiation. In that way, form about 50 prisoners have already taken initiation. One prisoner was taking initiation. His wife went to see him, the husband, in the jail, and knew that the husband will get initiation next week. She immediately came from a distant place, about 150 kilometers, 100 miles, to our President Swami's quarter and requested the Secretary of President Maharaj that my husband will be coming from jail for taking initiation. Please allow me to take initiation on the same day. So husband and wife both took initiation together on that particular day. In this way, their mind are lifted. They are good people. Anyhow, they have done something wrong. Some may not have done anything wrong. For doubt only or for the sake of other, they suffer jail life. So these people are changing their lifestyle. And when they come out, most of them or some of them come to visit us. One boy was 6 years in the jail. He came to meet me from 200 kilometers. In India, 200 kilometers is much. So he came by bus, train, and then met me. It was Ekadashi day. He was vegetarian, and he took only fruit, ripe fruit on that day. I knew that beforehand, because when I used to go to that jail, I knew that he takes milk or fruit on Ekadashi day. So I arranged for that. Immediately I arranged, because he did not inform me. Anyhow, he got me. He sat in my office and we talked for a long time. Anyhow, these things are happening in the jail service. Anyhow, any more question you may ask, some other. Because I always request ask simple question, because I did not appear at joint entrance examination or other competitive examination. I am not a very learned person, scholar. Not PhD holder even like Ayan Maharaj. Come, tell. Microphone is there.
You have a question. You told me yesterday.
Huh.
Sister Nivedita, in her reminiscence, said Swamiji.
Tell.
In the Master, as I saw him, Sister Nivedita, in the Master, as I saw him,
Yes.
she says that there was another side to Swamiji, where he was very frustrated and very disappointed, and he often felt like his work was a failure. And there's a scene that she describes where somebody is honoring him, and then he says, "Oh, you should not honor me, I'm just a monk." And then he expresses some regret, and he says, maybe it's right that you honor me, for those days are long gone, or something to that effect. So what was Swamiji's struggle? What was his frustration? What was that perceived failure?
Actually, he had a great mission, and it is to be completed before his passing away. So he was restless. He could not do up to the mark, but he was struggling for that. That was only his frustration. He used to sing a song, "Ghayal ki khat ghayal jane aur na jane koi." The injured bird only knows its injury. No other bird can imagine. I have so many injuries in my body. This is the injury, that I cannot do as it is wanted by me to be done. He could not complete his mission. But he was trying, and he did maximum. In 39 years, no person can do such a vast work, which he did. But always this type of dissatisfaction is necessary. You know, in religious path, Yatishwarananda Maharaj's book, Meditation and Spiritual Life, it is said that start of religion is with dissatisfaction, frustration. If you are satisfied, yes, I am very much satisfied, I don't need anything, then you will not have spirituality. You cannot progress. Swamiji was like that. Swamiji's life was also a demonstration that we should also feel dissatisfied, frustrated, till we get God, to reach God. I sometimes ask with me came one boy, Arup Haldar, do you have any pain in your life, sorrow in your life? You know, there is a nice story when a woman, married woman, will give birth to a child. The child comes in the womb. Gradually, the mother-in-law reduces the work to be done by that lady, by the daughter-in-law. When a child is born, then no work is there. I ask sometimes my accompanied Arup, do you have any pain? Yes, I have a pain that I am not bearing a child. That is God. God realization is far from my present position. So I am not satisfied. Like that, Swamiji's mission, he was not actually satisfied because the mission work is not completed till that date. For that, Swamiji told, I am a spirit living in a body. I am not in the body will die, but I shall not die, to complete the mission work.
Can the mission be completed?
Yes, it will be completed if you work hard. If all these people work hard, then Swamiji's mission will be successful, will be completed. Still there will be difficulty, there will be places of work, but you will be satisfied before death. We have a very good mantra in Puja. Dhanyo aham, kitakitto aham, safalam jibanam mama. I am blessed, I am successful, my life is fully satisfied. In this way, we have to think.
Thank you much.
Pranam Swamiji,
Yes.
The talk on friendship was wonderful. But our life is not as simple as when Vivekananda grew up. Our life, especially in the United States and even anywhere in the world, is very, very difficult, full of challenges.
Yes.
Work life is above and beyond challenges.
Yes.
So you have friends. We have lots of friends around us. Let's talk. Is it? We have lots and lots of friends. Yes. But when you see the jailers, sorry, no problem. We have friends in our neighborhood, at work, in temple, no matter where you go, you make friends. But when you see jealousies, when you see angers, how you handle those, how you still be their friend, how you can still love them, and how you still can pray for their well wishes. Yes. How you can do that, how you can control yourself.
Yes, very nice. Actually, if you proceed toward the east, west will be behind. Similarly, in this time also, in this critical time, you are to pray to God, you are to repeat the name of the Lord, do japam and meditation. Gradually, you will be above all these things. And in spite of those anger, those hatred, or envy, you will be able to love them. Some sort of divinity is there, but religion is the manifestation of the divinity within. We all have divinity. When divinity will be developed fully, then you will not find fault of others even, though they are having faults. As Mother said, to practice, don't find fault of others, find fault of yours. Make everybody your own. It is really difficult to make everybody own. But if we proceed to God, as we proceed to God, it will gradually happen. Sri Ramakrishna gave from Purana stories of Prahlada. Prahlada asked for a boon, that, "Oh Lord, don't punish those who have tortured me, because you are in them also. So you will suffer if you punish those people." In this way, Lord Jesus also said at the time of crucifixion, "Forgive them because they do not know what they are doing." So we have to have patience, we have to practice forbearance. If people use abusive words or other things, we have to, as much as we have to forbear. But if they want to disturb you very much, then like Thakur stories, you have to do hissing. The story of the snake. Nowadays, it is dangerous. Thakur is being quoted by all sorts of people. A political leader recently, during his or her speech, quoted that Sri Ramakrishna said like this. Sri Ramakrishna gave mantra to the snake. Sri Ramakrishna did not give mantra to the snake. Sri Ramakrishna told a story where somebody has given the mantra. Some guru has given the mantra to the snake. She is telling, Sri Ramakrishna has given the mantra to snake, so I will use this story, this life story of Sri Ramakrishna. So anyhow, that is a nice example. Thakur said, you have to do hissing. You have to make sound, shout at him or her. If somebody comes to keep you in distress or hit you. So in this way, we have to do. Still, it is difficult, but life is a struggle. And struggle, one Swami was there at Sardapit, where I myself and Maharaj was there earlier. His name was Paripurnananda, Keshta Maharaj. So he used to say, Krishna Maharaj chilo na naam irkam. So he used to say, what does struggle mean? Struggle, struggle, struggle is almost the watchword of Raja Maharaj, Brahmanandaji. He used to explain struggle in this way. Surrender, S, to, T, Ramakrishna, R, U means U, Y-O-U. Surrender to Ramakrishna, you get G, then second G is genuine, then last L is love, then E is easily. Surrender to Ramakrishna, you get genuine love easily. Then only you can go beyond this. Triguna, you will get beyond this struggle. Surrender to Ramakrishna, you get genuine love easily. But surrendering is not so easy. For that, you have to practice japam and meditation and prayer, chanting, everything. Then you will be able to love everybody and have friendship with them. But don't have friendship initially with lion or tiger or snake, they will beat you, bite you, and kill you. And this also has been given in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. All water cannot be drunk. You cannot take water from everywhere to drink. You have to take pure water only. Anyhow, 12:15. Yes.
Swamiji told us to love Bharatavarsha. I love it very much.
Love?
Bharatavarsha.
Yes.
Swamiji told us to love India. I love India very much. But sometimes I find that what it is to love India these days has a kind of sectarian, Sanatani
To the
Hindutva.
Indians, he said like this. When you are in USA, you have to love USA.
Oh.
When you are given citizenship of USA, then you have to love USA. If you are given citizenship of Canada, then you have to love Canada. Indians must love Indians. And we actually, if we proceed in spirituality, spiritual path, then we will be able to love all lands. Not only my motherland, other land or other countries beyond my motherland, I will be able to love. Yes. Like a person of Swamiji. Swamiji had not only love for his motherland, it may be comparatively more, but he loved USA, he loved England, he loved all the nations. Otherwise, a man cannot be universal, cannot be great. Great men love all, but start from your own country. Charity begins at home like that. You start loving your own country, then love all other countries. Because God is everywhere. Vedanta speaks this. In Vedanta, nothing different. It is not a wrong thing. At that time, India needed that love for motherland because it was under Britishers. Yes, give him, hey, microphone. Oh, here is one person.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your talk. I recently, I used to think of myself as a loving person, but more recently I concede that my love is very conditional. And I love people who love me, and when people don't love me, I don't care for them. But so this is not accurate, because I don't see myself in others. Can you help me lift my vision to see myself in others, Maharaj?
Yes. You love God, then gradually this will go, that you will be again loving to everybody. Everybody will love you. A small girl came to Holy Mother Sharada Devi, and it was the baby was almost weeping. Then mother asked, if I leave this place, will you love me? Your love will continue. Yes, mother. Then how much love you have for me, you tell. Then the baby extended her hands. Then, if I leave this place, will you love me? Yes, mother, I will definitely love you. Then mother asked, how can I feel that you are loving me when I leave this place? Then she surrendered to Ramakrishna-like struggle. She surrendered. Tell me. Then mother told, love everybody without asking for anything, without any ulterior desire in you. Love everybody. Will you do? Then the baby told, yes, I will do that. Love everybody without asking for anything. Anyhow, if we love God, if we love, say, any god or goddess, when mother is there, he loves Ramchandra and Hanumanji. Yes. So if she loves Hanumanji, then she will be able to love everybody. she will see Hanumanji in everybody, in every being. In this way, if we love God of any form, definitely we will love everybody. Then that loss, what you have, that will again be regained. You will get that type of love which you had earlier. Really, in boyhood, in childhood, our love is more to our batchmate, to our classmate, to our playmates. But gradually, when we become older and older, our selfish genes come up, active. There is a book on selfish gene, that most of the genes of human being are really selfish. But in the cover itself, the writer made a cover, nice cover, showing a big number of migrating birds are traveling from one country to another. Then suddenly a hunter bird jumps on the group of birds, small birds, weaker birds. Then 5 or 6 birds come out from the flock and they jump on the hunter bird, only 6 alone. Thousands of birds flew away, running. But these were injured, or 1 or 2 died also in the battle. So the writer writes, they have altruism, they have unselfish gene. So we have to increase, the conclusion is this, that we have to increase our unselfish genes. It is said, selfishness is bad, selfishness is death almost, and unselfishness is God. So we should try to be unselfish, we should pray to God, we should love God without asking for anything. It is a love for love's sake. Swamiji loved his friends for love's sake only. He never wanted anything. He rather wanted to give everything for the friends. So this is the clue, this is the way how can you have that type of love again. Really, you will get it. Where there is a will, there is a way, it is said. Okay, start.
Pranam Maharaj. I am confused in one thing, that as per Thakur, we should behave with somebody as it is desired, as he demands.
Yes.
And I'll behave in life as situation demands.
Yes.
Now, the problem is understanding the situation, understanding the people. আমি বাংলায় বলছি, যখন যেমন তখন তেমন, যার সাথে যেমন তার সাথে তেমন। তো সেই যার সাথে আর সময়টা আমাকে বুঝতে হচ্ছে, তো সেটা বুঝতেই তো গন্ডগোল হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
For that only solution is, when you have any doubt, then dive deep in your mind and ask for the solution from your soul or God. Then gradually we will be able to understand what is to be done. ঠাকুর বলেছেন একটা, যে মন গুরু হবে। And মন গুরু হয় কখন অ্যাকচুয়ালি, যখন পিওর মন হয়, শুদ্ধ মন, pure mind will be your guru in this respect. And again, you go on reading the gospel, you will definitely find solutions are there in various ways, various forms. We have to do that. যখন যেমন তখন তেমন, যাকে যেমন তাকে তেমন। ওই সত্যি really outwardly seeing some person, we cannot understand what is inside. So you have to live with him or see him for some time, then you decide. Otherwise, that person may cheat you and you will love very much, then you will lose many things. But still, you have to love people. Don't think that he is honest, Sometimes people come, your friend comes, that you give me in India 2 lakh rupees, I will return within a week. But he never comes again. You believed him, you lost money. So such persons also come to us. What will I do? Then I say, don't repeat it in future. This is the only solution. Try to understand him and don't give so much money. If you give him some money, then don't expect nowadays to get return. Without thinking of return, you have to love that person. Yes, Mother.
Thank you for your talk, Swami. My profession is mental health, to help people with their mental health. And I find that most of my clients, their problem is not self-love. They have no self-love, no self-esteem. And that's, so when I hear this being selfish is not good, I try to see that there is a healthy form of self-care, self-love. I mean, you do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You have to know what you would really benefit from. So I try to, it's like, and people get confused even when they are in religion and they have practice in Christianity mostly, and they feel guilty to care for themselves. So there's a lot of low self-esteem. So when they do wrong, they are horrible to themselves. And so could you speak on healthy selfishness?
How to get rid of selfishness?
No, how to have healthy selfishness.
How selfishness helps.
No, healthy selfishness.
Oh, healthy selfishness.
Or self-esteem.
Huh? Self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Oh,
Many of our clients, they have very low self-esteem. Is that selfishness?
Yes.
What's the difference between self-esteem and selfishness?
Yeah, no. The self-esteem is a different thing. Means self-respect. Self-respect and self-esteem is same. That is, I am not a low-caste man, or I am not a lower being. I am divine. I am God. Like that you have to think. And people, they have to think also. They should not have low self-esteem. They should have high self-esteem. They should respect and love their own self. But I am divine, I am the son of God, I am the child of God, I will never think myself lower than others. They may be richer than me, more rich. They may be more educated. They may be more healthy. Still, I am not lower than them. The self-esteem must be there. Self-esteem is very good. Self-esteem must be there. Otherwise, you cannot progress in life. In any field, if you have to progress, then you must have self-esteem. If you have lower self-esteem, then you will be frustrated soon. That I cannot do this, I cannot do that. What will be my future? This is the thing. Self-esteem is a very important thing. Selfishness and self-esteem is not same. Again, one selfishness is good if that self is God's self. If God is the self, myself, then that type of selfishness is good. That I am God only, I am Atman. That type of thing is good. This is the real self-esteem. Anyhow, if you are not satisfied, then Swami Divyanandaji will afterwards answer to this question. Really, you are more experienced than me. Actually, I read Panchadashi, Vedanta Prakarana with this Maharaj. I was a junior brother, brahmachari, just joined, and some Paresh Maharaj, Dhaneshanandaji, myself, and this Swami, He used to sit at a fixed time and read out. Maharaj used to explain from Panchadashi. Nice book. Yes.
Maharaj, can you tell a little bit about how devotees can practice puja to increase their devotion while not getting overwhelmed with details and too much time and yet the value of puja? How can they do puja?
When we do puja, we have to first to think that Thakur is in this shrine, in these photographs. As Mother said, the shadow or the picture is same as God. First thing is this. And the shrine is also a nice shrine where I will be able to concentrate my mind. Do puja in short, but some portions are very important, like Bhuta Suddhi, Jivan Nyasa, then meditation, then Manasa Puja. These 4 or 5 things are to be chanted with meaning, clear meaning of those. And you have to practice or think over it for few times, for some time during puja. Puja may be done short. Daily worship can be done in 30 minutes only. And then meditation before that, japam before that, after that also japam. A little japam, only 108 is enough. And do japa samarpan, whatever is written in the book. And I only request that don't put so much flowers covering the face of Thakur. Here face is clear, but other places sometimes so many flowers are kept that we cannot see the figure of Thakur or other deities. So many deities. They put so much sandal, vermilion, red powder that face is covered. I asked the devotees whose house I see, who is this deity? I do not know. My grandmother kept it. After that I put a flower only on this. So don't go for this. And another thing, here it is done nicely, that don't keep so many plates or glasses for separate gods and goddesses. Only in one place you give offerings and request the gods and goddesses present to share among themselves. Yes. आइए बैठिए, आपको सीधा लीजिए. Come, sit and take your share. So this is the policy. We do worship, Kumari Devi after Durga Puja, a living goddess, child of 5, 6, 7 years only. Up to that. Then we do, after Kumari Devi's puja, worship, then puja with flowers, sandal paste, incense stick, etc., naivedya, offering. Then we have associate gods and goddesses. There is worship of crores of deities, yoginis, Koti Yogini Puja. Crores means 100 lakh, 100 lakh, 10 to the power 7 gods and goddesses. Then what we do at Belur Math, we keep a big plate and put sugar on that and tell crores of yoginis or devis, share among yourself. Don't fight with each other, then there will be a mess here. So you share among yourself. In this way we do. In India, if you go, you will see hundreds of gods and goddesses are there in the shrine of old ladies, and they keep 100 small plates, 100 small glass. They clean those plates and glasses. They put water. they give 4 small granules of sweets, like the blueberry here, so, or less than that size. So, and they doing this takes much time. If you give in a plate, then it will not have more time. And don't bring other gods and goddesses from places of pilgrimage and keep in your shrine as a museum. People used to do that previously. Now after coming to Ramakrishna fold, we actually request them, worship all deities, keep where other gods and goddesses are there in different temples outside. You go and offer pranam and puja, but don't bring them inside your shrine. Otherwise, you will have too many gods and goddesses. You cannot look at all the gods and goddesses in your puja time. They may become angry also on you, that you are not worshipping nicely to me. You are worshipping that God only. You are giving more time. You cannot calculate and see the watch, how much time you are giving to this God, how much time you are giving to this God. So don't keep many gods and goddesses. Try to keep 3 or 4 or 5 or 7, maximum 11, like a football team. Don't take more. Like a war, that in war, so many platoons of soldiers will be there. We are not doing a war. So you do like that. Small area, small shrine, little number of gods and goddesses, and flowers also, as is wanted only. Don't bring more flowers and waste. Wasting flowers is also not good. Thakur says in one place, Mother has shown me, the flower plants are like a bouquet or is on the Virat God, the great God. The flowers, plants are actually arranged in such a way that they decorate the God only. The infinite God is being dressed with flower plants. So Thakur tells that I stopped collecting flowers. I use less flowers. Teaching is this, use as much as required. You have money, so you purchase so many flowers from the market. Market flowers are a little difficult also. They carry some insect also. When we give initiation, you know, in India, almost all the disciples, 70, 80 there, we give at a time. Here only 5 and 6, it is good. Maharaj is saved. But we give initiation, after that, they give put one garland, almost each. They bring big garlands. Sometimes I see here irritation. Then I find a small insect is moving on my neck. Sometimes it enters into my body. So they carry this. So nowadays I am afraid of putting garland, but they purchase it at high cost. So it is useless to bring and put to Guru Maharaj to have irritation on the body by those insects. Actually, flowers may carry it is natural. It is the experience, nice experience. Guru Purnima day, you will see in India, so much flowers come, total flower will be like a small mountain. Throughout the day, 2,000 people, 3,000 people comes to President Maharaj to ask, say 2,500, and they bring flowers, so much flower. It is actually difficult how to place these flowers, where to keep. Anyhow, time is approaching. If you have any question, you tell.
Swamiji brought out of the
forest and into the city, what was once secret, he made public. Now, puja, the vidhi, the padati is always quite secret. And there's an idea that not...
Secret or sacred?
Sacred and secret. Not everyone has an opportunity to learn puja. Should we try to make puja literacy more public and more available to one and all, regardless of diksha?
Puja, external puja, you can do it. You can do, follow. There is one book, nice book by Brahmacharis, Puja Vigyan, Science of Worship, or Madras Math publication, Worship of Sri Ramakrishna. In that 2 chapters are there. Follow that and practice, and while doing puja, some explanation if you give, if you make a CD with that, it may be useful for devotees. But this puja is very good, what we do here or in our ashrama temples.
Right.
This should be known to everybody. Especially I told the meanings of puja. All these steps have meaning. Last evening, our Daya Prana Mataji was doing puja, and she was translating some mantras and chanting those mantras in English and then in Sanskrit. Not all the mantras, but if the mantras are given English translation, then it will be good for everybody.
But will that diminish the sacredness? Should we make something?
No,
right?
No. Otherwise, they will do puja without knowing this, that will give much harm. That will be harmful. But if they know the meaning, then the sacredness will not be lost.
What do you mean harm, Maharaj? Yes, so the question of diksha, one says often, I can't do puja because I haven't taken diksha. What do you mean by harm?
No,
is there?
There is no relation actually. Even if he or she has not taken diksha, he may do puja. Puja is there, but in our shrine, sometimes we have so many devotees who have taken initiation. We prefer them because they will have some sort of sincerity. So if they take diksha, then they will think Thakur as their Ishtadeva. So they will love to worship. Then it will be, worship will be actually purposeful. But in somebody's house, knowing this from CD or from book, if somebody does puja before diksha, there is no harm. It will be beneficial to them. Always.
I'll have one more, Maharaj. You mentioned something about doing puja wrongly. Do you mean like wrong pronunciation, wrong sequencing? What is the harm of doing wrong puja?
But actually, puja means if concentration is not there, if you think of other things during puja, and during puja, if you think, oh Lord, give me some lottery ticket, otherwise I can win. In India now, previously, first prize was 1 lakh in Indian currency. Now it became 1 crore. Now it is 2.5 crore. First lottery ticket. Daily people are getting first lottery, means first position, FIRST. So these are going on. So during worship, we should not think of getting money. But it is said by our devotees, you know, that in the office I could not match my accounts, if debit, credit side. So when I sat for meditation, after that all the matching was done. Means account was perfect. So it has given benefit like that. Really, something happens. And something happens means your mind becomes calm and quiet during meditation, and after that you sit with your computer, then your accounts tally. So this is good. But don't pray for that, worldly things during puja. If your, say, mantrocharan, utterance, have some difficulty, there is no harm. As Thakur said, the baby utters ba or pa, that is enough. Father or mother, they understand what they are telling. So God will never give punishment if we have this type of difficulty during puja.
So, Maharaj, in line with the previous questions then, should the brahmacharis be trained in puja?
Yes, brahmacharis should learn puja. In our, India, in PPTC, there is a unit before going to training center. Beginners, they learn puja under an expert pujari. Belur Math, it is very easy to have pujari for that, and they have some time also. Here you say, I am giving an example, this Dhanayogananda knows puja, say. But Dhanayogananda has other works to do. So he cannot give you time, but still he can find some time, half an hour a day, to teach you, the beginners, puja. Knowing puja is good. You may not do puja here, but if you learn puja and mentally you think of puja, then it will benefit you. Because during initiation, after initiation, we do Manasa Puja, then we can think of those things. Or after Japam and meditation, for 15 minutes, I can go through the mantras mentally and think of puja. So try to read puja book is there. First, worship of Ramakrishna. You yourself read. Then take a training from Dhanayogananda. Dhanayogananda, sir? Mahayogananda. Are your name? Medhananda. Medhananda knows puja well.
I used to.
But you can guide him. You can guide him, reading book. You can show him this brahmachari. No. Anyhow, so he will do it. Hey, you give some time to this fellow. If he wants to learn puja, say 4 or 5 things a day. Say prarthana, then achamana, then other thing, bhumi shuddhi, pushpa shuddhi, etc. Up to mantra shuddhi you do, guru pranam, then second day rest of the thing, second part, divide it into 4 and then repeat it again. In this way you do, so he will be able to learn. Then learning, yeah, very good. Yes, that you can do.
And moreover, the daily puja is not possible.
No. Mental puja, I told that mental puja can be possible through that. If you learn, and if you learn the significance by reading those 2 articles, nice articles, worship, science of worship 1, science of worship 2. In a Madras copy, from that you will get. And details of puja, I saw big book was brought by this Mataji. And there everything is written. Mataji? So like that, brahmachari should learn from a Swami here, not from Mataji. Mataji will teach Matajis if they want to know puja. Puja is a very good thing, everybody should learn. Even those who are sitting here, they should read the puja book and learn puja. Mentally, they can do puja. This is a nice. Pu means, in Bengal, in Sanskrit, putatvam means purity. And ja means jayate, through which purity is increased or born. That is puja. In this way, you can think. Puja has other meaning also. By puja, what will happen? You will become divine. You will be divine. Your divinity will be manifested. And devam bhutva devam jajet. You will be divine, and with that divinity, you can worship divine God. So many meanings are there about puja in that book, articles of Pramayanandaji. He will get all these things. What puja can do or help, how puja helps us. Actually, Swamiji said work is worship. Work and worship. In this way, we will have to do puja. Think of all the works we do as puja only. Sakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhing bindati manava. So by doing even professional work, we worship the Lord and we achieve the goal. It is said in the Gita, last chapter. Lord Krishna says this. Anyhow.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yes.
Anyone have any last question?
Pujari Mataji, Dayaprana, do you have any question? Last evening I saw your small harmonium, and with that harmonium you sang very nicely. I liked it very much.
She also teaches us how to do the bhajan.
Bah.
So she conducts classes for
Very
us.
good, very good. I did not see such a small harmonium nicely. So yesterday she brought that harmonium and I liked it. I do not know singing, but I liked that harmonium. Small but good harmonium. How much old this harmonium is? How many years before this you have got it purchased?
How old?
Or how old?
I'm using almost 10 years or more than 10 years.
Bah.
But that is old harmonium. Before I got
Another harmonium was there.
No, same harmonium. ISKCON, the very famous singer used.
Achha.
And he wanted to renounce.
Achha.
So I got.
Anyhow. চলো এবারে একটা হয়ে গেল.
So, Swami, thank you all for wonderful idea of the puja. So, you should all do puja. So, science of puja you should know. Not that physically you can do every day puja with 10 item or 15 item or 16 item, 5 item, whatever. More importantly, the love which you give. And it's called Manasa Puja. It is said that Manasa Puja is higher than Bajya Puja, Adhama Adhama. But by external puja is necessary to start with, but it should go to the internalizing. And the same puja will be happening with closed eyes and inside. So this is very important. The puja is always thinking of God, how intimately we can do. External puja, you bring flower. Achha, how much time you will go to the garden, bring the flowers, cut it, organize it, clean it. Then you go bringing sweets, bringing mala, garlanding, preparing a... Mentally, puja, you think that here is my beloved Lord, I'm washing his feet. Wash it intimately, you and God. Then rinse it with a towel. Feel all this intimate connection. It is external, it is a starting point, but it is more important is internal. And that's the purification coming like that. Swamiji is an expert, he teaches in our training center. I used to train, now cannot, so no time. So anyhow, so we are very glad that he could give us such 2 hours time continuously here, and he will leave tomorrow morning, so we'll miss him. But the time he was with us, it's very enjoyable. And thank you all for coming today. And don't now leave. We will go to the prasad, and don't stay in the sun for a long time, because heat stroke or something may happen. So be careful about that. Just all have prasad here and then leave, okay? So I offer my love and respect to the Swamiji, and my love and best wishes for all of you. So, what? Oh, this Kaushal, no? Yeah. He is the wonderful Veena player. he always helps us in this occasion, and it creates a good environment as a Bina playing. Thank you all. Thank you. At the beginning.
Yes, when I came.
তুমি শুনবে আরো? Okay. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Okay.